Well, all I can say to that is I guess I'll have to do a little more studying.
Yeah, no doubt, studying is good. But if I was, and I could maybe show you the citations or something. If I've got a document printed. It's a PDF file that explains a lot of this. I think I've sent. Well, it's been linked in past conference invitations and stuff, Gary. But we can talk about it more. But priority on my list, if I was in your position, and of course I've got more confidence in what I'm saying, and you might not have the confidence, but to my mind, the next step would be to be looking around for 10 people in my county
That's the problem.
Okay. Well, that can be a problem, no doubt. But, and this is where Lewis shines, is if we can start talking in terms of paying people's utility bills and stuff like that, I'm quite comfortable using negotiable instruments to start paying bills for the people in uniform commercial code compliant manners. We can take their economics away from them, and we can start giving economics to our grassroots people that are willing to just stand behind us and say, if it comes down to you being questioned, you got to say, yeah, we support. You support the general agenda being said here. Our speaker, Gary Bergman, I'm inclined to believe that he is speaking law in a true manner and that he is exercising proper jurisdiction, and I'm here to support him unless somebody can explain to me why Gary's saying something unlawful. And if you can just get 10 people behind you, standing their ground and being firm, saying things like that, boom, I think you'll take over the government of the whole county.
Yeah, if I can get to 10 people or more, then we could do something.
Yeah.
If I may,
Michael.
Okay, let's just kind of walk this out step by step. Who? And I'm asking questions. I want clarity. Who are the 10 people that we're going to get to start this ball rolling? Anybody?
Well, hopefully you're people that's not on the voter registration roll is what I'm looking for.
Well, if I might, I would be less concerned about that because most people on the voter registration rolls are just stupid. And that's not a concern if they've got good hearts. I think the more important concern is whether or not they've got good hearts and they want to make the country a better place. And,
okay.
And they've got a little bit of courage. We're surrounded by cowards. If they've got enough courage to stand behind you, you're the first one that's going to be packed off to jail if anybody does, Gary. But if you can just get the people to stand behind you, then that will provide the critical mass to where you won't get packed off to jail. So, I think I made my point there.
Okay, so we get 10 courageous people with good hearts that want to create good government. Then what do we do after we get these 10 people?
You assemble your county court and you issue a summons to the sheriff to appear before your court.
Okay, and let's say we send the sheriff a summons signed by the 10, and he refuses to come. Which is a likely scenario, unfortunately.
Well, I think I indicated a little bit ago that probably our most powerful tool for actively recruiting people would be to start paying their utility bills. And
but we already got 10 people willing to gather and to help us. 10 good, courageous people wanting good government. We already have that. You said to send the sheriff a notice. Let's say the sheriff ignores it. Then what do we do? We already have the 10 people.
There's a number of different ways it could play out. We could go directly over to the sheriff's office and attempt to take the control of the office away from the sheriff?
Well, that would get you in jail and probably killed.
Maybe he would go to jail. Maybe he would get killed.
And who's going to put him there?
Pardon me?
Being that he controls the jail, who's going to put him in jail?
We're going to take his jail keys away from him.
Yeah, we got 100 deputies here.
Yeah. Yeah, if we're paying bills for 100 people, and the law is on our side, how dare he refuse our summons? We're the people. Who the hell is he? Or she?
Not these deputies in this area.
Yeah, well, that's so far. That's because the people aren't organized and speaking with a single voice. If we get 100 people, even 10 would shake them up. 100 would be a complete takeover, no doubt. Yeah, if it does require grassroots organizing in numbers like what Michael's talking about, but when we get the economics and a sufficient quantity of people together, I do believe the control of the office of the sheriff and of the county treasury and of the county courts and the county jail will all drop into our hands like ripe fruit.